Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of All Angles. I'm Dion Jackson-Miller, and a very special welcome to our viewers on onespotmedia.com. So, last week, we looked at the new primary exit profile, PEP, and this week we are doing it again. Yes, part 2, because there's so much more to talk about. Joining us this evening, we have manager of the Student Assessment Unit in the Ministry of Education, Terry Ann Thomas Gale. We also have with us Assessment Officer of the Student Assessment Unit, Mrs. Stacey Witto Bailey, and joining us this week, Chief Education Officer, Dr. Grace McLean. And let me just remind you, you can participate in the discussion. Do tweet us. It's hashtag TVJ All Angles, and for my non-social media users, you can text me 8953999. That's 8953999. Give us your first name, give us your location. Before we go to any of that, though, Giovanni Dennis has this recap of what we learned last week.
With the last GSAT exam done on March 23, the Ministry of Education is on an island-wide drive to educate Jamaicans about the new exam that will replace it. The new exam, the Primary Exit Profile, or PEP as it is called, will be different from GSAT, and according to the Education Ministry, should ease the pressure on students as they will be tested over a 3-year period, with aspects of the exam to be done from as early as grade 4. Last week, we discussed elements of the new exit exam for primary students.
What is PEP then? Is it an achievement test? Is it a placement test, or both?
We're taking a different approach this time because we are not doing a one-shot, one-off look at where the child is on a particular day. We're going through a series of assessment with them. We're starting with their performance task, for example, is not going to be just done at grade 6. It's going to be done at grade 4 with the grade 4 performance test, the grade 5 performance test, and then they go into the grade 6 performance test and the ability test and their curriculum-based test that is only going to be testing from grade 6.
So, with students to be assessed from grade 4 through 6, how will the assessment for each grade be done?
So at grade 4, our students will be given performance tasks in language arts and mathematics. At the end of that performance task, a report will be sent out how the students performed, and the report will be sent to parents as well as to schools. And based on the report, there are certain claims that will be made, and on those claims, we'll see how the students are achieving the curriculum as it relates to language arts and math.
For grade 5, the assessment, we are told, will be similar. And what about the assessment in grade 6?
At grade 6, they will also do a performance task, again in language arts and mathematics, along with the curriculum-based tests. The curriculum-based test will be done on the 4 core subjects: language arts, mathematics, social studies, and science.
All performances over the 3-year period will help form a profile for each student. This will help to decide placing the child in high school. The test's performance tasks will be standard across all schools and sent by the Education Ministry along with a grading rubric. But Principal of Rosal Primary Owen Speed had 2 concerns.
One is that there will be no communication task in this PEP, as far as I'm getting it now. And I think our children need to learn to write, to express themselves in writing. That's how I'm having it.
But the National Standards curriculum on which this test is designed it emphasizes development of skills.
Give me an example.
Of a performance task.
Yes.
Okay, you're given a situation and you may be asked to write a report based on what is given in the situation. So it will give them opportunities to really demonstrate their communication skills.
Mr. Speed also had concerns about subjectivity in grading students' work.
Even if they are trained teachers, people trained to do the marking, and there's a rubric, somebody at this table, the people at this table could decide to give 3 out of 5, for example, for a particular level of work. And at the other table, they could decide to give 2 or 1. for the same level of work.
But
Isn't that true?
But if they're following the rubric, Mr. Speed, they would not be giving, you would have to follow the rubric. The rubric would dictate how it is marked.
Yes.
Persons on social media also had similar concerns.
Darren Miles on Twitter, and he says, will pupils, well, he's asking rather, will pupils still do a test? If it's not multiple choice, will it be subjective?
However, ministry officials insisted that a standardization process will be done that will bring all markers up to speed. Not all school administrators had those concerns. Some were happy for the new exam structure, others cautious.
I am so excited about PEP because it offers the students an opportunity to showcase what they can do, and it's over a certain period of time. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all.
I'm not sure what the entire process will entail. So I would like to see what the mock exam is like for these crop of grade 5 students.
The PEP is more complicated, definitely. I like a simple approach to things. The KISS principle, keep it short and simple.
I don't think that we should see it as something that is so challenging, so daunting. It's about how best we prepare the child.
Many questions were left unanswered and aspects of the new testing mechanism unexplored. And with that, we invited ministry officials for a second week to bring clarity to the new primary exit profile that has replaced the grade 6 achievement test. Giovanni Dennis for All Angles.
Okay, thank you so much, Giovanni. So let's dive right in. And let me ask Dr. McLean, since she's new to the panel this week. One of the questions I was getting a lot, Dr. McLean, is about the performance task. People are saying they hear there's a group work element involved. Is that so? And if so, how does that work?
Yes, well, as we seek to promote 21st century skills beyond, we are ensuring that our students are developing the competencies of critical thinking, communication, teamwork, and really getting an opportunity to solve problems as they are presented. We must remember that we are preparing our children to operate within a society, whether it's here locally or internationally. And so it is about providing an education that will assist them in terms of being able to think and to do things that will allow for the normal operations of society. And so indeed, the performance task will include some amount of teamwork because, as it says, performance task, it is really to present a problem to our students, to have them look at this problem critically, to have them discussing this problem among themselves. They are young children, but they know how to relate to each other, to ask their teachers questions in their own simple way, and for the teachers now to use the guidance that would have been provided to ensure that they understand the context within which they are operating. What the performance task will also do is allow our students to understand how society operates. It's not like when I went to school, common entrance was just so abstract. It was just a day, a snapshot in time when you go to do an exam, and well, we were just anxious to get that exam done, and it was a beauty to do the exam whether or not our grades would have been satisfactory. This performance task will allow our students to understand that you live within a society, you are being educated, but you are also developing the skills that will allow you to understand, for example, what is now emerging in, let's say, the 4th Industrial Revolution.
Stick up in for me then. Let's get into that a little bit deeper then. You said there is some amount of teamwork. How does that even work in terms of marking? Because I have to tell you, I don't know anybody who has been through any level of education who likes group work.
Yes.
Because what inevitably happens is that the strong students do the work because they want to get the A, and everybody else gets the A by default.
Yes, so the performance task is over a period of time. So it doesn't mean that this particular day the students will just get an assessment and then it will be done within a 1 hour or 2 hour period. We are now in the era of competency-based education, standards-based education, where students actually know or should know the outcomes that are expected before they actually do an assessment. And so what it means, there will be a particular time within the curriculum, because we must remember that the performance task, PEP within itself, is aligned to the curriculum, and that is why we are where we are now, because alongside the development of the curriculum over the last 4 years, we would have also started the development of PEP, which is now being culminating into an exam.
Especially
and so
since you
the
said it's
teachers
overtime.
will present the problem to the students. There will be a discussion. They will go through in terms of what is going to be expected. There will be a point in time when, for example, they will go to a particular place, for example, a supermarket, if that's involved in the question, to observe the surroundings and to write their findings. And so it is really the preparation too. Having done all of that preparation, understanding what they are getting into, then there will be a series of questions that will be asked on a particular day, where each student now will have an opportunity to put their answers on paper. And that is what, individually, and that is what is now going to be marked and provide a part of the profile.
And then, I think you brought an example with us. Perhaps after the break we can bring it up. I don't know if we have time before, but that sounds like something everybody going to get A on, though.
I would not say that.
I'm not saying this is a bad or a good
just to say that, remember that we are preparing students with varying abilities and for different positions in society. And so it's not about all persons getting A. It is about their ability to interpret, to analyze, and to develop those skills. And what is so critical is that at grade 4, for example, this will now go towards computing the grade 4 index, which of course will now form the grade 4 literacy and numeracy test.
Hold that thought, Dr. McLean. I'm just at the break. So let's go to the break, do a little bit of business. We come back. Remember, you can text us any comments or questions. You have 8953999, 8953999, or tweet me DJ Miller JA. Hashtag is TVJ All Angles. Soon come.